Let me start with a simple analogy. When a baker wants to bake bread, the baker already knows the ingredients and the measurements: flour, sugar, yeast, butter. The quantities are not random and the mixing is not careless. The baking time is intentional. And because the baker already understands the process, the outcome is predictable. So if coconut bread comes out of the oven, it's not an accident, but the result of deliberate proportions, right? Now let's bring this back to us. We're talking communication today. When we speak, do we measure our ingredients? Because communication is not just about words, it's tone, timing, facial expression, it's body language, emotion. All these form our ingredients. And just like baking, the outcome of our communication is determined by what we mix together before we release it. But here is the challenge: many of us speak first and then process later. We throw out words carelessly, whether in anger, in excitement, and then only after we see reactions do we begin to reassess the recipe. The truth is that once the words leave your mouth, you no longer control interpretation. You only control intention before you speak. Very true. So the real question becomes, before I speak, have I decided the outcome I want? Do I want to build or break? Do I want clarity or confusion? Do I want resolution or reaction? Do I want influence or just expression? I want to express myself. A seasoned communicator is like a seasoned baker. They understand that results are not accidental, they are created. If you want trust, for instance, mix honesty with empathy. If you want acceptance, then mix truth with respect. If you want leadership influence, mix authority with humility. But if you mix ego, impatience, and uncontrolled emotion, don't be surprised when conflict comes out of the oven. Words are seeds. Words are ingredients. Words are tools. Intentional people and leaders don't just speak to release emotion, Let me just say it like I'm feeling. They speak to produce definite outcomes. So today I challenge you to always weigh your words. Before you speak, pause and ask, what am I expecting as a response? What results am I trying to produce? Because guess what? Once the words are out, interpretation belongs to the listener, not you. And leadership begins the moment you take responsibility for not just what you say, but what your words create. Weigh your words. Speak with intention. Deliberately create your outcomes. All right? So keep learning, keep growing, and keep being intentional to your success.